Operation High Stakes has just been revealed this past weekend, so in this video we are gonna go over everything you need to know about the new season. The new operator for this season is Denari, who is a 3-speed and 1-hull defender from Switzerland, and for primary weapons he has access to the Scorpion Evo and the FMG9, and for secondaries he can pick between the P226 handgun as well as the brand new Glaive 12. The Glaive 12 is a secondary slug shotgun with 4 rounds in the magazine, and the destruction seems to be on par with the Super Shorty. For gadgets he has access to the deployable shield as well as observation blockers. His unique gadget is the trip connector. Denari gets 7 of these and can place them on any surface, and at first glance when you place one down on its own it does not seem to do anything, but place more of them in line of sight of each other and then you have a connection which will create a laser between the trip connectors. Before deploying, you will get a preview letting you know which trip connectors it can connect to, and if the preview is flashing, it means it can connect but there is something blocking the connection, but as soon as you destroy whatever is in the way, the connection will be established. In terms of range, I did find that the maximum range 2 of these can connect seems to be around 20 meters, which is plenty. And if there is a line of sight between them, they can even go through walls and floors, which you can very easily do with the new Glaive 12 shotgun. The laser that is created functions very similarly to lasers from an Aruni gate, so utility will temporarily get rid of them if it comes in contact with it, but it does destroy the utility, and operators will get slowed and take damage if they touch it. When the lasers are triggered, they do make this alarm sound to let you know that someone is there. After a trip connector is triggered, it does come back after just 3 seconds, so be careful when approaching a setup because they are not like an Aruni gate which take around 30 seconds to get back up. These come back much sooner than that. For shield operators, hitting one of these connectors will trigger shield break, which will make you a lot more vulnerable to anyone peeking off the sound cue, so do keep that in mind. The trip connectors are not bulletproof, so if you see one, a single bullet or even an explosion can get rid of it. As a Denari player, try to position the connectors in such a way where it is very difficult for the attackers to shoot it off to help them stay in the round for as long as possible. With this gadget you will be able to completely lock down areas of the map and funnel attackers to a specific position, and I am sure as time goes on, players will come up with some crazy setups straight out of Mission Impossible. Counters to this gadget include EMPs, as it is an electronic gadget, IQ can see them with her sensor, Twitch can take them down with her shock drone, and Zero can use his Argus cameras to sap a few of them as well. There have been quite a few balance changes this season. Let's start with Blackbeard. First, he can no longer aim down the sights when rappelling into windows. When reloading, the shield will fold completely, making him exposed just a little bit more. He can no longer breach through undamaged barricades when he is repelled. The MK17 has seen a reduction in ammo capacity from 26 to 21. And finally, his ability to breach walls with his shield has been reduced from 4 to 3. For all ballistic shield operators from now on, when throwing projectiles, the right side of their body will be a little exposed, making it a little bit more risky. And now this change might be the most controversial one. All magnified scopes have been completely removed from all weapons on defense, except for slug shotguns and DMRs. So yes, that does mean that Rook and Doc have both lost their ACOG on the MP5. Because of this change, Ubisoft are showing some love to Echo and have turned him from a 1-speed to a 2-speed. Rook has been given the Nitro Cell, Fenrir lost his Bailiff, Wamai gets a Super Shorty, the recruits get some new weapons, with Sentry getting the TCSG-12 while Striker gets the SR-25 DMR, and finally they made some balance changes to the Reaper Mark II. First, they are giving it a recoil buff to make it a little bit easier to control. They haven't completely gotten rid of it, so it isn't a laser beam, but it's a lot more manageable now. On top of that, they are also giving this weapon to more operators. From now on, Rook, Sledge, Oryx, Pulse, and Ying will all have access to the Reaper Mark II, which means that it is a little bit more viable to run the shotgun on these operators because they all have a secondary machine pistol that they can fall back on. This of course opens an entirely new way to play these operators, which I think is super cool. Nighthaven Labs, Lair, and Consulate will be the maps that are getting modernized this season. They all look really good, and of course they all have the destructible ingredients that we are already used to, which adds a whole extra element to play around with during the rounds. That's all I have for you today. Thank you to Ubisoft for inviting me to play the new season early, and as always, thanks for watching.